So today, a federal judge just ruled what Trump and Musk are trying to do is blatantly unconstitutional. That's the subject of today's video, and let's just jump right in. These are the headlines today. Blatantly unconstitutional, U.S. judge temporarily blocks Trump's ban on birthright citizenship. You also got this kind of headline. Judge halts Trump's bid to end birthright citizenship. Blatantly unconstitutional. This is a federal judge, and this is out of Seattle. Says Trump tried to do an executive order to roll back the 14th Amendment. So Trump's messing with the Constitution here, basically. And again, we're ruling this as blatantly unconstitutional. That's what the judge is saying. Details on Thursday, U.S. District Judge John Coffenauer sided with a lawsuit brought by Arizona, Illinois, Oregon, and Washington. And I guess there's like 22 states involved with this. So you're looking at nearly half the country. One of 5 lawsuits, the ACLU, also is challenging what Trump and Musk are up to. This is the text from the judge, what they said in the statement. So again, first calling it blatantly unconstitutional. Then he says, I've been on the bench for over 4 decades. I can't remember another case where the question presented is as clear as this one. There are other times in world history where we look back and people of goodwill can say, where were the judges? Where were the lawyers? I have difficulty understanding how a member of the bar could state unequivocally that this is a constitutional order. It just boggles my mind. That's coming from the judge. So again, this unconstitutional, blatantly unconstitutional. And the basic gist of what he's saying is like, how could any of Trump's lawyers sign off on this? Like if you know the law, what made you think that you could even try to pull this off? And he's like, it boggles my mind. You have to understand what's going on is Trump and Musk, they're trying to push the envelope, trying to see how much power that they can grab, basically, right? They want to expand the power of the executive office, and the courts are going to fight back, right? It's just unconstitutional. Hopefully the USA is still, ruled by law, right? It's how it should be. But the thing with Trump, he's got that Supreme Court ruling on his side where, hey, I'm immune from anything that I do. I can do, crazy stuff. You can't hurt me, that kind of thing. So we'll see if that, how that holds up as we go forward. Or you have like, Musk with the Citizens United ruling where like, hey, I can, buy off whatever politicians and stuff like that. We're at a constitutional crisis point right now with the stuff that Trump and Musk are trying to do. And so that's sort of why I'm going over this stuff with you guys. You also have this is coming from Fox News. They're running these kind of headlines because basically Trump is ordering a bunch of raids for deportations in multiple cities. It's hard to know, honestly, with everything that's going on because there's so much happening. I read through it and I'll just tell you kind of generally what's going on. This is like, for example, this is Fox News. They say Trump's ICE racks up hundreds of arrests, including illegal immigrants arrested for horror crimes. But you have to notice how they write it. It says including illegal immigrants. So I think they said something like 300 to 400 arrests. They listed like maybe 10 of the crimes specifically, but then the other ones I don't know. That's where it's really vague. I don't know, right? I don't have a full text of everyone, and so you don't know who they're arresting, what charges are, etc. And that's what's kind of scary about this stuff. The other issue with the whole Fox News thing, and this is what these kind of do, either Fox News or Trump or Musk, he does all the time. He says like, oh, blame the dark people have to hurt you, etc. But these people are always silent when it comes to crimes of people who look like them, right? For me, all the crimes, especially let's say violent crimes, is all the same. It's like criminals, sure, arrest them. I completely agree. It doesn't matter what someone looks like. But again, these kind of people don't only focus on if you look a certain way, we're going to focus on it all the time. So it's clear who these kind of people are. That's your Jesse Waters. He's I'll just prefer Frank. He's made racist videos in the past, consistently does it. This is Stephen Miller, you guys know, and he's one of the architects of some of the stuff that Trump is trying to pull. You also got this. Many of the schools, hospitals, and churches are concerned because they may have illegal immigrant families. And I say families because sometimes, or many times, you could argue, because I don't have a count on every single one, but I'll just say, oftentimes the children are citizens of the United States. And so that's why Trump is trying to roll back the 14th Amendment so then he can deport the whole family. It's really ugly out there. This is a headline, schools brace for immigration arrest, try to reassure terrified parents. And the teachers are concerned that like the parents are really worried, right? And they're already saying, okay, who's going to take care of my children? And the children can't concentrate in school, and they're deciding like, as the parents are like, should my kid even go to school or not? Will they take my kids away? That kind of stuff. So I'll just say it's just really ugly. The whole thing is ugly. And when you do this kind of stuff, when you're affecting people's lives, make sure you're doing things legally, right? Whatever you do, whatever you're trying to pull, have your lawyers check all these kind of things. But like I said, the way that Trump and Musk are doing it, it's blatantly unconstitutional. So, and I can't even keep track of it. And I look at this stuff every day, and sometimes what they do is vague on purpose. They try to hide stuff. That's what they're up to. I made a video about sort of what's going on recently, comparing the U.S. and Korea. You can see this. It's called Elon Musk Cult Shatters the Global Soul. Please check that out if you haven't. Because not everyone goes along with this stuff. That's what happened in Korea. We had a president that tried to do a legal military coup, basically, and not everyone went along with it. And talk about that in that video. On top of that, you get these kind of reports. So if you guys remember, Musk, as part of this DOGE thing, was at the Department of Government Efficiency. Trump instituted an executive order to try to put this thing into place. And there's real disputes of like, does this thing have any power or not? Turns out, this is just reported today, their top lawyer is leaving. I don't know if they're quitting or fired. It was not clear from the article, so it's hard to say. There's so much chaos over there. But this is a very big deal. Because if you put it together, as you remember, like say the judge from Seattle, and I don't know if I remember if I stated it, but that is a Republican appointee, the judge in Seattle that just said Trump and Musk are blatantly unconstitutional. That was a Republican appointee appointed by Reagan. Been on the bench for 40 years. Like, what are these people trying to pull? Then you got their top lawyer over at DOGE, who would look over any of the crap that you're trying to pull, be it fire people, et cetera. That's what they want to do. They want to cut a bunch of federal employees. Be it do unconstitutional things by cutting regulations, getting around Congress. A lot of it reminds me of the Iran Contra stuff, if you guys know what I'm talking about, where you're just like, hey, let's figure out ways to get around Congress, right? Let's just unilaterally do stuff as the president. So I don't know if this person was fired because he objected, or he just quit because he's like, yeah, what you guys are trying to pull. I don't know, but I know their top lawyer is leaving, and so that's actually a really bad sign for them. We also know Vivek was basically forced out. Now, there's different reports on this, though. So I want to be honest with you. There's different reports. So another report said that Vivek was like really thinking about, wanting to run for office in Ohio and didn't want to disclose stuff as being a federal employee, which has been another issue. Are these people federal employees or not? They're talking about the DOGE stuff. It's and actually Vivek is a lawyer. If you don't know, he went to Yale Law School. So did Vance. So these people would know the law, right? And now, like where a Musk and a Trump, they're not lawyers, so they don't know the law, and they're just trying to just make crap up. And it all depends, right? You may know the law and knowingly break it, or you just so stupid you don't know the law and you just like try to just make stuff up as you go along. It's hard to say, but we've been, I can't read inside their minds, but I can see their actions and see what people say, around them, and see what they say in public. Already we're getting reports of like the division of what's going on with the Musk and the Vivek. So we've heard before Musk was irritating, annoying. People didn't really like him that much. There was friction. And then there was debate, like, should we focus on cost cutting in the government, or should we just focus on cutting regulations? So there's disputes on that. There's disputes on, do we put this office right in the White House, which, remember, Musk has an office right across the street. It was at the Eisenhower building, right or across the street from the White House, like literally across the street, and they're in the same complex. And we're also talking about like how much power are we giving Musk? That people are debating this stuff right now, and then their top lawyer leaves. On top of that, like, you have all this staff shuffling in and out, and that's why I started with the headline. It's like the really just captures it. The judge in Seattle was like, this is blatantly unconstitutional. So we'll see how much power Musk ends up having with all the stuff with the DOGE. On top of that, there's more. So there's so much drama with this stuff. You get these kind of headlines. Outspoken Vivek may have cost DOGE divorce by knowing Trump's favorite Musk. Scaramucci, who is one of Trump's people before, he made a statement like, this thing's not going to last very long. So the headline here: infamously short-lived Trump advisor mocks Vivek exit minus Scaramucci's. The quote from Scaramucci, if you guys ever see this guy, he says, "A lot of these guys will get blown out. I don't see how Marco Rubio can last more than a year. Marco Rubio is philosophically antithetical to what Trump wants to do in a society from a geopolitical perspective. So he's going to switch on a dime and just embrace all the Trump stuff. Come on, it's not going to happen. Basically, he's saying not just Ruby, but a lot of these people will probably quit Trump or otherwise. We've seen this before with the Trump culture. I keep mentioning this, guys. You got to see this if you haven't seen it already. This is the Apprentice movie. It was recently made about Trump's early years. It sort of really gives a good inside look of kind of the gangster world that Trump is. Remember, the dude ran casinos, right? That's who this guy is. He's a slumlord and a casino owner and a scam artist, right? On top of that, they're all gangsters. I keep recommending. I keep recommending these movies. You got to see them. There's a Korean movie called 12 Till the Day. It's about a military coup. It kind of shows you how that operates from the inside. And then this is a later movie, meaning that it takes place later in history, 1987, of sort of when regular people decide to, essentially fight back against the gangsters. On top of that, gangsters being the Trumps, the Musks, and what I'm talking about, what's going on in Korea. Trump he signed another executive order. He did a whole bunch today. Cryptocurrency and AI. Basically, they're doing yet another tax force to try to enrich themselves. I'll read some details of this one. It says here, Trump order creates a working group, that's what they're calling it, a working group to advise the White House on digital asset policies that will include the involvement of key federal agencies. There's a lot involved. So you got Treasury Department, the Justice Department, Security Exchange Commission, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So they're trying to figure out ways to rewrite laws, etc. Have all their buddies, write these things so you can't sue them, and so they can figure out how to do pump and dumps and profit off of you. This is actually the quote here. I think David Sachs, I think the dude's name is I think this is one of Musk's friends and one of the people who's supposed to be charged as this crypto czar, AI czar. He says, Sachs said in the group would, quote, make America the world capital of crypto under your leadership. That's what he said to Trump. And he added that artificial intelligence action would allow the U.S. to, quote, dominate and to lead the world in AI. And then I guess Trump replied, you find them exciting? They might not be, except they're going to make a lot of money for the country. That's according to Trump. Isn't it obvious that these people are just in it to enrich themselves? Isn't it obvious with their buddies? Check out my recent videos on the whole Stargate thing that was proposed, or I'll say promoted is a better way to say, by Trump and his buddies. And Musk even called them out saying they don't got the money. It's all a mess. Like all these people are self-serving, greedy. You could say inglorious. Is that the right word? No, I was thinking of the movie. I don't know if I can say the word on YouTube, but if you know the movie with Brad Pitt, Inglorious B people, these are bad people. And, I don't want to think that no one is calling them out. Actually, some people do, but there is some risk out there. Like, for example, this was reported today. It was interesting. I guess some sort of weather person got fired. It says U.S. meteorologist fired from TV station after criticizing Elon Musk's salute. He posted a thing on social media, basically calling them the mustache party thing. On top of that, you actually do have, so I say there, I understand like some people, your jobs are at risk if you call these people out, depending on which environment that you're in. But there are Democratic senator and a representative fighting back. So this will be Elizabeth Warren. And there's the representative, I can't remember the name, but this is the headline here. Democratic lawmakers ask regulators to look into Donald and Melania Trump meme coins. Like this by itself, that Trump and Melania are effectively running pump and dump scams, like obvious scams. Even in the crypto world, they know it's a scam. Everyone knows it's a scam. It's a way to get foreign money. It's a way to money launder, these kind of stuff. This would normally be like number one headline, but Trump's pulling all sorts of blatantly unconstitutional crap. This is the kind of people that they're felons. You already know this. But this is what it says here. It says Elizabeth Warren and Representative Jake Ochiklas of both of Massachusetts raised issues regarding the first couple, right? Melania and Trump. They both have coins. There's two different coins there. Using their respective offices for enrichment, along with the potential for, quote, rug pull scams similar to what happened with other such tokens, as well as possible conflicts of interest. And this is a quote. We write with deep concern about the decision by President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump to launch two meme coins, Trump and Melania, that allow them to earn extraordinary profits off his presidency. These coins do not create new, faster, cheaper, and safer payment rails. These coins do not help people borrow more affordably. They do not improve the financial system in any way for customers. So basically, there's no utility in these things. They're just scams. It's obvious. This is sort of what we're facing right now. That they're trying to pull all this crap, but there are people pushing back. And again, a judge said what Trump and Musk are up to is blatantly unconstitutional. So, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Please be careful out there, stay vigilant, and I'll catch you all in the next video.